Hey there everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I'm having Spirit here during the beginning of this for a special reason.
Well, to give you the long story short, Penny, as many of you may know, recently celebrated her 12th birthday.
And we all know that in dog years, that means she's at least 80 to 90 years old.
Yeah.
By most standards, so...
I mean, even though she does have some health problems and stuff like that, she still has a whole lot of left-handers. So that's why we decided to dedicate this Let's Play to her. As sort of like a symbol thing for, like, you know, life is basically like a treasure and you never know what you might get.
A treasure hunt.
Yeah.
I was actually going to start this a little while back, but I decided that, you know, I actually started recording on it even, but it just didn't feel right, because Tim really wanted this to be dedicated... Tim, Spirit, whatever. I keep going back and forth between what to call you, your YouTube name or your real name, but whatever.
For me.
That's something I always do, but yeah. But I decided that I really wanted you to, you know, hear during the beginning of this. Plus, I'm playing this for you anyway. I'm not really for you specifically, but this is a game you've been wanting to see me play for a while. I mean, good grief, I did Uncharted 1, like, back in November of last year. I cannot believe it's already been almost a year since then.
Yeah.
It's been like 9 months. That's okay, that's like 3/4 of a year, but still, that's... I did not mean to wait so long to start this game. The main reason was because I wanted to get the treasures all collected in the first game first, and I just had like little to no motivation to play Uncharted 1, because I'm gonna be honest, that's my least favorite of all the Uncharted games. Like, it's not bad, it's just so boring after you've played Uncharted 2, 3, and 4.
And for those of you wondering what kind of breed of dog Penny is, she's a full-blood min pin.
Yep. Miniature pincher, for those who don't know what a min pin is. Well, let's get started with this.
I can definitely see her having her own treasure game.
Now, I'm going to play on hard. I ain't playing on crushing, because I'm just going to die over and over and over and over and over, and I sure ain't playing on brutal. But hard is a good difficulty.
That's what she said.
See, that's the file that I started, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till Tim comes over.
Marco Polo, and yet he didn't speak English.
Well, that's a translation of what he said.
These days, oh wait, yeah, you do have the last,
The Last of Us?
the last Uncharted one. I forgot what it was called.
Uncharted 4?
Yeah.
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 That's my blood. That's a lot of my blood.
I will do Uncharted 4, but only after I do this and Uncharted 3, because there's no sense playing them out of order.
Nathan, I feel your pain.
By the way, this is my favorite Uncharted game. You know, most people agree that Uncharted 2 is the best one. I would say Uncharted 2 definitely is the best, because I feel like it has the best pacing, and I feel like it has a really even mix between the combat and the exploration. Plus, the story's pretty good. Though, honestly, you don't really play Uncharted for the story. The story's just kind of there to move the game along in these games, but...
Man,
Uncharted 4 is a lot more deeply focused on story and character than the first 3 games were, though.
yeah, Uncharted needs its own movie series.
Uncharted would make a great movie, you're right. Dude, Naughty Dog should seriously do that. They should reach out to a movie company and see if they can, you know, get one made. I mean, a lot of people are, like, making video game movies right now anyway, so this would be a great time to do it, I think.
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you consider the potential for this series, I mean, it's definitely going to be some hard-hitting potential.
I mean, it could be like the next Indiana Jones, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what Uncharted basically is. I mean, it's basically Indiana Jones with a more humorous protagonist and no whip.
Yeah. I still find it funny that there's so many people claiming I look just like Nathan Drake.
I don't see the resemblance.
Neither. I mean, okay, maybe if I wasn't, like if I was shaved, okay, fair enough. I can kind of see the resemblance, but I don't really look like him at all. I think the only thing we have in common, aside from us both being guys in practically in our early 30s, is that we both find Lara Croft very, very hot.
Wait, who said Nathan Drake finds Lara hot? I mean, Lara might not even exist in the Uncharted universe. There may not be Tomb Raider games
She's
in Uncharted.
She's Lara Croft and he's a guy. Do the math.
I'm just saying Lara Croft might not, like, exist in Uncharted. Therefore, he wouldn't know of Lara Croft.
I still find it cool that Nathan Drake was originally a placeholder character for Lara when they were developing the original Tomb Raider.
I've still never seen any official source that says that. I'm not. Where did you get that from, anyway?
I believe that was on like the Naughty Dog's website, I believe. Naughty Dog did have a hand in Eidos, remember?
Eidos, actually, but yeah. Actually, I don't remember that, but
Eidos or Eidos or however you.
I know it's Eidos because in some of their older games, when their logo would pop up, it would actually say Eidos, like it would pronounce it.
Multiple Eidos.
Yeah, it sounds like Iido. Eidos.
I'm looking for you, mate.
Uh-oh. Should I be flattered or worried?
Maybe a bit of both. Come here.
My Greek might be a bit rusty, but I think on that chalkboard it says Naughty Boy Nathan.
If we acquire a certain object for him.
It might.
I know that the last word says Nathan. Of course, my Greek absolutely sucks.
Just hear me out for a second.
Flynn, we both know two people who were killed trying to lift something out of this place.
I always get it mixed up with Tibet. Like Tibet. The physical language is simple.
It's a two-person job.
No. 3, actually.
Right. And speak of the devil, here she comes now.
What?
Chloe Fraser.
Nate. Drake. Nathan. Drake.
Hello, Harry.
Chloe here's one of the best drivers in the business. She'll take good care of us.
I bet.
Right, look. I've got it all figured out. We go in through the sewer.
I'm loving it so far.
That puts us in the courtyard. From there, we scale up the wall, run across the rooftops, and just drop down into the exhibit hall. Bob's your uncle. And what is worth all this trouble, I hear you ask?
I didn't, but go ahead. But that's
Wood statue.
an oil lamp.
Yeah.
It's worthless. I don't get it.
Neither do we. That's why we tracked you down.
Well, it sounds like you're working for a nutcase. Some collector who's got too much time and money on his hands. And by the way, this is not worth any of it.
But there's more.
Of course there's more to it.
Marco! Photo!
Yeah.
Fish out of water. You're so immature.
Borrowed it from the files of the nutcase.
Yeah, and me and Nathan definitely have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
Except he actually can get up and do stuff.
Yup.
This was written by Marco Polo.
Yes, that much we were able to work out.
Unfortunately, the rest of it's nonsense.
Hey, hold on. So that it should not fall into the wrong hands, I concealed my great sorrow in the unlikeliest place. The light of the great Khan sheltered.
I love how they hide like hilarious Easter eggs in the games and stuff.
Talking about the lost fleet.
Yeah.
I don't know, someone want to fill me in?
I still find it cool that, what's her name? Can't remember her name for the life of me. She's actually modeled after, the princess in Prince of Persia.
Farah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, look at that.
I knew she reminded me of someone. I knew Chloe reminded me of someone. It's Farah
Yeah.
from Prince of Persia. I knew it.
They took the model right from it.
I knew she looked so familiar, but I could never place it.
Yeah, they actually took the original model and then upped it a bit.
Something that pinpoints.
Hopefully with permission.
They did.
Yeah.
So, we're dicking this guy over, right?
Damn straight.
Absolutely. You in then?
What the hell? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
You probably end up waking up like that.
Famous last words. So yeah, this is one of those games that starts in medias res or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the story, and we're gonna play through a little bit of it, and then it'll go back to like several weeks earlier, and the events will lead up to it. Also, I'm gonna try to get all the treasures while going through, but more than likely I'm gonna miss some because let's face it, memorizing where every single one of these things are, not easy.
You know, a lot of people get this misconception that Buddha was a god.
I was going to add, I was still like talking about this. I was going to add that I'm going, like, if I miss any, which I almost certainly will, I'll just get the rest of them in a bonus video and I won't worry too much about it. Actually, one of the reasons I stopped recording before was because, like, one of the other reasons was I actually missed one of the 5 treasures in this first chapter, and I got annoyed because it was so easy to find. And that, you know, it was that combined with the fact that I really did just kind of want to wait for him to come over so we could start this together.
Yeah. A lot of people get this misconception, and Buddha was not fat. The belief back then was the traditional Japanese belief is if you were touched by a deity, then you are literally a part of that deity.
Oh.
Or a demigod in a sense. And the belief back then was that you could literally eat wisdom.
Eat wisdom.
And the fatter you were, the more wiser you were.
Huh.
But obviously Buddha wasn't fat. He was thin, like I am.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, it's like they always portrayed him as a fat guy because to them, fat guys were very wise.
Oh, that makes sense. Also, I think that's a really well-hidden treasure for being only the second treasure in the game. Like, I never would have thought that I had to shoot that guy in order to find a treasure.
Boom chakalaka!
Karma's a bitch.
Yes, it is, Nathan. Yes, it is.
And the reason why people pray to him, they do that out of respect. You know, to worship the old ways, basically, in a sense. Not because he's a god, because he's not, but they treat him like one as a show of respect.
Now, the treasure that I missed, I think it was down here. It's like, I remember looking around down here and I couldn't find it. I'm almost positive that there's supposed to be a treasure hidden down here,
You
though.
look like a snow yeti. I can totally imagine him sneezing his brains out.
Maybe it was up on this thing? Oh, here it is! That's the one I missed before. Okay. I didn't realize I could drop down back there. Like, I kept thinking it was over in that upper area. Okay, whatever. I'm rolling everywhere like I do in Zelda. It gets you around a little faster in this part, though, because Drake is walking very slow because he's heavily injured. Oh.
Ow.
You know, there are so many times throughout the Uncharted series where Drake basically just lives through the impossible. Like, there are so many times where he should have died. Like, right there.
Well, if it's any consolation, I've been in life-threatening situations.
I know, but Drake escapes. Like, Drake walks on the knife's edge and escapes death, like, about every 15 minutes of his life.
Well, I mean, I do kind of know what he's going through. I mean, I'm not going to go into details, but, you know, there was a point in my life where I had guns aimed at me. I have been shot at.
So much for foreplay.
You mind telling me what the hell is going on?
It wasn't fun.
Yeah, you might have warned me.
I can imagine.
Miss the look on your face.
I still have the scar on my hip to prove it.
You haven't exactly made yourself easy to find.
Talk about making yourself easy.
Oh, you're not jealous. Let's not forget who walked out on whom. After all, you don't get to be jealous.
But that was a long time ago.
Relationship with Flynn is strictly professional.
Really?
I'm the only one that actually remembers it. Ooh, kinky.
I thought you'd want to be in on the action.
So what's the plan?
Just like we said, we pull the heist, we find the ships, and we make off with the treasure.
With Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
And then?
And then we split the take 3 ways, and you and I just disappear. Together, this time.
I see.
Until then, he can't know about us.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
And flashback number 2 over with.
Severely injured and somehow managed to be able to jump.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous when you really think about it.
Yeah, I've been shot at and accidentally shot myself in the nuts before.
Like, it's either, like, Naughty Dog either didn't care about how difficult it would actually be for a person to do this stuff, nearly impossible, or Nathan Drake is literally, like, one of the toughest guys that ever lived.
Well, I do kind of...
Because this dude has been through a lot over the course of 4 games. I would say he gets it even worse in Uncharted 4. It's like, you think this is bad for him? I mean, there's a part in Uncharted 4 which I literally almost felt his pain. Like, I felt helpless while playing the game.
Oh, and you know what's...
Oh. Oh, I missed a treasure again. Shoot. Oh, well. This is the end of the first chapter, so I know I missed... Ah, well. I'll just get it later. And I won't take months to do it like I did with Uncharted 1.
Random Pikachu shows up. He thinks he's hallucinating.
Why would a Pikachu be out in the snowy wilderness in Tibet?
It's Pokemon Go. What do you expect?
Well, he can't play Pokemon Go without a phone, though.
Oh, dude, that Russian...
4 months earlier.
That Russian woman.
You're up for this. Feel a lot better if I had a gun.
Oh, that story.
Little insurance, that's all. Flynn
They're just museum guards.
What?
You know, I don't think you're gonna be able to top that in terms of stupid Pokemon Go stories. A Russian woman woke up and saw a Pokemon on Pokemon Go, and she thought it was trying to rape her. I'm not even kidding. It was so bad, she even went to the police about it. Like, she literally went to the police, and the police recommended she go to, like, a mental institution. Like, they just said go get psychiatric help, basically. As they should have.
I mean, I know Charizard likes you, but I don't think he likes you that much. It's called a petting zoo, not a heavy petting zoo. It's like, here, Pika Pika.
So what do we do if they switch the patrols?
Figure it out as we go.
We cannot bumble our...
It's called a Pikachu, not a Pika Spew.
Ew!
I'm adaptable.
Adaptable.
There is jizz everywhere flying on the Pokeballs, even on Professor Oak. About 5:30. All right.
Hey,
All right, thank you.
is me.
All right, remember, that tower's our only way to be
There's jizz flying everywhere on the ceiling, on the walls of Professor Oak, and on the Pokemon centers.
second courtyard.
Dang, that was a loaded Pikachu.
Shocking.
Sure, you get your asses out.
Ba-dum-ching!
Starburner. Boing! Superman would be jealous of that super sperm. I mean, can you imagine somebody writing a fan fiction about that? Pikachu.
You know what? It probably exists. I'm sure there's many, like, Pikachu porn fics out there. There has to be.
You sure you know where you're going?
Pikachu super sperm. Pew! You know, that brings up a very interesting question, though. How in the world did Superman and Lois Lane go at it with his super speed and super strength? I mean, that's gotta be dangerous for her. I mean,
Well, how did Vegeta and Bulma go at it? Bulma's just a regular Earth woman. Vegeta's a freaking Super Saiyan.
well, don't forget, this is Akira Toriyama we're talking about. So he probably forgot that he was a Saiyan.
Right?
But I mean, what were we talking about for the Saiyans?
Pikachu shooting his super sperm everywhere. No, you were talking about Superman.
It's like, I can just imagine this. It's like, they're doing the deed, and they're having the time of it, like, kill Lil, oh yes! And then all of a sudden the sperm just flies out through her butt. It's like, through the ceiling, and it's like, all of a sudden there's like this massive ball of gook in the air. It's like this super sperm. The most underdeveloped superhero in existence, super sperm.
Wow.
Here we go.
Not even technically a baby yet. Not even technically conceived yet. And already it's a superhero.
My question is, how does poor Lois's legs even attach to those things? I mean,
Ask the creators of Superman.
somebody did.
Oh, really? What did they say?
They said, poor Superman.
Oh.
Or poor Lois. But, dude, can you imagine that?
Yeah, I've been imagining it the whole time. Because I have one of those minds where the moment I hear anything, it's instantaneously imagined. Like, I don't even have to do it voluntarily. Like, it involuntarily happens. Like, anything that I'm told, it's immediately pictured and imaged in my mind.
Okay, you remember...
That's why when you tell me really disturbing stuff, I can't help but imagine it and think about it. Also, why can't I climb a ladder? There we go.
You remember that show Kid vs. Cat, right?
Never watched it, but I have heard of it. It was on Nick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you do remember that woman, Mrs. Munson.
No, because I said I never watched the show.
Okay. After this recording, I want you to type up the words "kid versus cat, Mrs. Munson," and then do not, I repeat, do not imagine her in a very tight bikini.
Well, seeing as I don't know what Mrs. Munson looks like, I can't imagine that currently. So I am currently safe, but I'll do this. I'll do this to humor you.
You will be traumatized. It would be like watching. It would be like seeing Clotho in the skimpy bikini.
Ew.
Too much skin.
Okay. Now there should be a door just around this corner. That's our access point. Once we're through, just stick to the plan.
You notice a treasure flash there. Also, I missed the treasure back here. Oh, good. I can go back and get it.
You know, I gotta wonder what would Laura.
Oh, there it is.
What would Laura Croft do if she met Beavis and Butthead?
I don't know. But I've been watching those lately. I've been seeing random episodes on YouTube. That show is really funny. It really is.
The judge is very lenient with the copyright on that.
Mm-hmm.
Those companies, well,
A lot of creators would actually be okay with people showing their stuff.
yeah.
The real issue often lies with the companies that actually own the material.
Yeah.
Like Akira Toriyama, I'm sure he's cool with people doing stuff as long as credit's given, but Funimation, or Toei, whichever one it is.
Funimation's actually the bad little copyright hog.
Yeah, it's like Funimation is always laying claims to stuff, on YouTube. Like, it's not the creator of the show's fault. It's the fault of the company who owns it most of the time.
Yeah.
They're the ones that don't want it being distributed and shown, and I'm pretty sure there's a treasure in here. Oh, there it is. And the door's locked, of course.
Good job I came prepared. I pick more than my nose, my friend.
Wait!
I didn't need to know that.
Great. Now what?
Well, I can disarm it if we can find the junction box. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
I think it's, wasn't it over here? Ah, yeah, it's right there.
There. That ought to do it.